Hey everybody, Pastor Q here, Hope City Church, Waterloo, Iowa. I'm here with Pastor Drew Dolan. We've told our church the news that you will be leading our Waterloo High Street location.
Yep.
Incredibly excited and ecstatic about everything God's been doing in the life of our church. Love you, love your family. You carry this city in your heart.
Yeah.
You know, Jordan's from Hudson.
Yep.
We won't hold that against her.
Yep.
No pirates.
Yep.
You know, and she loves this city.
Yes, she does.
Is an amazing mom.
Yes, she does.
Is an amazing leader.
Mm-hmm.
Jordan is on staff as well.
Yep.
What will Jordan be doing at this location?
She'll be overseeing all of Kid City here at the Waterloo location.
Yeah.
So she'll still connect with Pastor Angela and you and the rest of the team to make sure that Kid City and the kids here at Hope City Church are still loved on, are still cared for.
Mm-hmm.
And so she'll oversee all of that. And to your point, Jordan's a great leader. The authority she carries, I think that is just going to be money for our team.
Come on, somebody.
Yeah, it's going to be good to have that authoritative voice because sometimes we're soft spoken. So,
Now that may be news for some who are watching this, but if you're part of our church family, you see Jordan every single weekend. Serving our families well, serving with curriculum, serving the little saints in our midst. And you guys have got two little saints in our midst.
We do.
Iris and Oliver.
Yeah.
What are their ages?
Oliver is 8 and Iris is 5.
So you guys are in the thick of it.
Yeah, we're right in the thick of it. Yeah.
So families come be a part of the family with someone who's navigating, leading a young family. And I believe that this campus will serve the families of this campus so well.
Yeah.
What about people who are undecided? They're in our church family. They're thinking about Waterloo. They're thinking about Cedar Falls. They don't know what to do. Of course, you're going to make an appeal for Waterloo, but it's one family.
One family.
It's not two families at odds. It's one family meeting in two places. What would you say to someone who's navigating that?
I would say seek God. Ultimately, it always comes down to what the Lord has for us. And we know that Waterloo is going to be a beacon of hope the same way Cedar Falls is. And so whatever church you end up choosing, I think it's going to be a great choice. We're really excited for you, whether you're at Cedar Falls or here at Waterloo, but ultimately seek the Lord and He'll answer.
One of the things I love coming into this multi-site reality, we would call our Cedar Heights location our broadcast location. And Waterloo is a receiving location. Cedar Falls is our main campus, and Waterloo is a little campus. It's not that. These are two churches. One church in two locations, two local congregations, meeting the needs of that community. Which, kind of brings us to the point of, we know you're caring for the flock, you're raising up leaders, you're continuing the mission. One of the loads you won't have to carry in Waterloo is that the grind and the joy, it's a labor of love, of preaching every single Sunday. Talk to us about that a little bit. What do you think about maybe if you're in the chair or on the other end of this video, you're wondering, what would that be like to be in the room and not have a live preacher in the room? Walk us through some of that.
I think it's encouraging that every other part of the service will be live. So from communion to offering to worship, all of that stuff, it'll be live. But we'll still get to have you as a teacher, which is also encouraging. So,
thank you.
And we've done some things too. We're putting in new screen, new projector, new sound system. So all that stuff to enhance the experience, to make sure that even though you're not here in person, they're still getting a great experience. And so,
that's great. One of the things I love whenever we talk about, people watching on the screen, one thing is you're watching on the screen now. So yes, people are watching on the screen. And two, the unique vantage point you have as a communicator, and this to be true, is that when you're in the room and you're preaching, they're not even looking at you anyway.
They're looking at
the screen. They're right there. They're looking at the screen. And so currently I preach about 70 to 75% of the time. So that's kind of my load. We actually have a teaching team. And you're on that teaching team.
I get the privilege to be a part of that too.
You do an amazing job every single time.
Thank you.
And so what I'm looking forward to is those Sundays when I'm not communicating on a Sunday morning, and let's say you are, or Mason is, or Pastor Justin is, or someone else is communicating in Cedar Falls at the broadcast, I'll have the chance to come hang out with you guys at the Waterloo campus
Yeah.
So apart from me not being present in the room, or whoever's communicating present in the room, is it different? Like, is Cedar Falls getting the same things as Waterloo? The things we do now in Waterloo, are they stopping? Will they continue?
Right.
Will that be different at all?
Yeah, no. Well, I mean, we're going to make sure that every single Sunday we're running in the exact same place.
That's right.
Because we are just one church in 2 locations.
That's right.
And so nothing's changing at all. How it looks might look a little different, right? But what's happening in the room is the exact same
thing.
Exact same thing.
We really have been on this multi-site journey now for a number of years.
Yeah.
And just a few months ago, hired a consultant to come in to make sure that we are seeing it clearly, dotting our I's, crossing our T's.
Yeah.
And we feel really good.
Really good.
About our multi-site plan.
Really.
We really believe that we will truly be one church in 2 locations.
Yeah.
Now, some people, as they're kind of processing this and not just asking like why multi-site, but like what's next.
Mm-hmm.
I just love to lean in for a second and say, about 30% of our Waterloo population within our church family has already said, hey, we're owning Waterloo. Yeah. This is home.
Yeah.
Interesting enough, all the people who are staying in Waterloo, not all of them live in Waterloo.
Yeah.
Because that's not a requirement, right? And
yeah.
so the rest they'll go to Cedar Falls with us, be a part of that Cedar Heights location.
Yeah.
And we're super duper excited about that. But as we look to the future, Drew, if someone's thinking about coming to the Waterloo campus, what's something you would want them to hear, like from your heart to theirs?
Yeah.
Maybe they're nervous. They don't know what to expect. They love this building. They love this city.
Yeah.
Kind of pastor them through some of that. What should they be thinking about, or what would you like to say to them?
Yeah. Ultimately, what it all boils down to is the Lord has a huge plan for Waterloo. Yeah. And so if you want to be a part of that, we want you to be a part of it. We're really excited, actually, for you to join the team and be a part of that. And as you start to pray and consider what things are going to happen in your life, as you think of Waterloo, ask the Lord to place a burden on your heart.
That's right.
That's what I started with. Was Lord, place a burden on my heart for this city. Mm-hmm. And when He did, I knew, hey, it's an easy yes to Pastor Q. When you came to me just a year ago and said, hey, I'm thinking about making you the campus pastor at Waterloo. It was easy for me to say yes when I asked the Lord to put a burden on my heart.
That's great.
And He did.
That's great.
And He did.
That's great.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't be more honored and more excited for what God's got planned for Hope City Church.
Me too.
As we go to Cedar Falls, and we've already begun a conversation about, okay, Lord, what's next?
What's next?
What's next?
Yeah.
And so we're so grateful to have you along the journey. This is your church family, and it is an honor and a privilege to serve as pastors to walk with you in this life all the way into eternity. Hey, family, let's continue to be a church in the city, of the city, and for the city, so that we can reach everyone